Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Center for Spiritual Living Redlands. My name is Joe, and I will be leading you on this guided meditation this morning. So let me ask you to just join me in closing your eyes, taking a nice deep inhalation through your mouth. Nice and deep. Hold it. Release. Exhale through your nose. Again, and just follow this pattern. In through the mouth. Out through the nose. Just feel the rise and fall. Let your breath flow naturally, with ease and grace. Let it not be forced or strained in any way. As we inhale through our mouth, we breathe in all the good, all the divine. We exhale all that tension, stress, any anxiety, doubt, worry that may be. We just expel it as we center ourselves in this moment, in this place. In the presence of God. That is in, around, and in everything. This omnipotent, omnipresent, and omniscient Spirit, this power, this presence, we are all connected and one with it. We realize this now in this moment that is our time to recognize and realize the divinity within each and every one of us. We take comfort in this knowing, in this truth that cannot be denied. As it flows in and out, we become an inlet. We are an inlet that can become an outlet for all that is in God. Oh, and we feel it as we breathe in. Breathe out anything that does not align itself with this truth. You should feel your breath grow deeper, and you should feel yourself grow more relaxed with every inhalation and every exhalation. Starting at the top of your head. Feel all tension melt away. We feel it working itself down our face. Feel all the muscles in our face and in our jaw relax. As it moves down, as this energy moves down to our chest and abdomen. Just feel it relax. And we recognize this inner peace. As our bodies become more relaxed. And all that tension melts away as it moves down to our legs and out our feet. It is gone. Grow deeper into consciousness. Aligned with the spirit. That we live, move, and have our being within. Imagine standing before this doorway. It is a gateway to pure potentiality, to everything you envision, everything you want to be, you are. And when you're ready, you reach for the door and you open it. As the door opens, you walk in, you step through the portal. And become one. Are one. With all you see yourself to be. You are it. Right here, right now, you move through this field of spirit consciousness and you flow with it. It moves and has your being. You move and have your being within it. You're part of this vast ocean of spirit consciousness, and you move with it like the current of an ocean. You flow and you move. Connected with the universe. The infinite universe. You are a part of the order of all things. You are one with this order of all things that is the universe, that is God's creation. And you are among creation, expressing, creating, flowing, realizing everything that is you, all that you desire, all that you envision is already done. As you co-create with Spirit, with God, with the universe, this intelligence that's ever flowing, always creating, it energizes, vitalizes the energy from the stars, the planets, the exoplanets, the ether. You move and flow. In oneness. As we breathe, nice, steady, relaxed. Feel free to chant if there is anything that makes you feel closer, more connected with Spirit, with God. It can be something as simple as just saying God with every exhalation. Om. You, any mantra that works for you. That helps directly connect and link you to the divine source. That is your supply and sufficiency. Your source for all that is good, prosperous, peaceful, loving. Breathe in this beauty, this energy. Heals, strengthens, it blesses. It is good. Knowing that we are part of this Spirit, that we're with Spirit that is present in every point in space at the same time. We bring our attention back to this present moment. this place, this sanctuary. Some of you may wish to tap your fingers, wiggle your toes. Take your time. Your own pace. That you're ready. I invite you to open your eyes and join us. This concludes our meditation. Thank you.
Buenos dias. Morning. A bright and early morning. Y'all feeling that? I certainly am. Yes. Good morning to those of you online. In the comfort of your robes and pajamas, I'm sure. How I envy you. But it is a beautiful winter morning. I'm in the right place at the right time, just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time, just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. 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 So is yours. I'm gonna ask you to maybe get up and walk around a little bit and say good morning to your neighbors. Shake hands, bump elbows, hug, keep your social distance, whatever you're comfortable with. If you're at home, online, go ahead and post a greeting in the messages in the chat. Oh, my soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. Getting the message loud and clear. Getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here.
Everyone. My name is Ed Torres. I'm the board president. And now we know, if we all look around, who took advantage of the time change. So everyone's just now getting up and saying, well, I'll get a cup of coffee. I'm going to make it on time. So anyway, our center is a home. Our center and spiritual home is an open and inclusive community honoring all people from every faith, background, all races, sexual orientations, gender expressions, and spiritual paths. No matter who you are or where you are in your journey of faith, you are always welcome here. Our purpose is to awaken humanity to its spiritual magnificence, and our vision is a world that works for everyone. If you are here for the first time, please raise your hand so we may be able to greet you properly. Anyone here? We're all good old timers. All right. Welcome, everyone. We're so happy to have you with us for our Sunday service today, and we're grateful for your presence. A general reminder, please silence your cell phones so you can participate fully. And now, for our centering music, Love is Love, performed by multi-talented Al Yankee. Multi-talented, wow. Thank you.
Means I can walk and chew gum at the same time. I just want to be clear about this this Love is Love thing. Because sometimes people hear love and they think of romantic love, you know. I mean, I think probably most of the time that's the most common thing people think of. But in this context, in this spiritual centered context, it's really that love that is the recognition of our connection. Not just with each other certainly, but not just with each other, but with all things. So when I think of that connection, I think of it as love. In fact, I think that's the essence of love, is connection. Love is love is love is love is love is love is love. Love is love is love is love is love is love is love. Give love, live love, believe love, receive love. Give love, live love, believe love, receive love. Love is love is love is love.
Thank you, Al. That was beautiful. Let me ask you all to join me in a moment of silence. Recognizing there is a power and a presence, this divine spirit that pervades all things living and inanimate, the creator of everything. God, knowing that God is right here, right where I am, right where you are, in this place, in unification, in unity with Spirit. I declare our best and greatest good right here in this sanctuary and beyond. I know that right where you are, right where I am, God is working in all its power, all its glory, all its love as we gather here today in this sanctuary and online, to everyone out there in our online community watching. Spirit is working within each and every one of us. We feel its power, we feel its strength, we feel its creative force, its revitalizing energy that sustains, supplies, always nurtures, always comforts, and never denies, never rejects. For this law, this all-embracing love, we know it to be true. I thank Al Yankee for the music that blesses us in our sanctuary, fills us with divine spirit, and prepares us for the message today to be delivered by Brother Mark. It opens us up as we are receptors, receivers of the all good, of this divine energy. I'm thankful for our blessings, for this center, for our members, for our leadership team, for Brother Mark, for Al, for Ed Torres, for David over there in our sound booth, keeping us technically proficient, very dedicated and loyal. We can always count on David. We can always count on Mark. We can always count on Al Yankee, Ed, our board, all of our board members, our family, our spiritual family and community right here that is not confined to these walls and this building. It extends far beyond to the vast expanses of this planet, the CSL community, and the world overall, and into the universe. We just feel and know our place that pervades all space and all substance and all matter. In knowing this, I'm so grateful and thankful. Knowing that it is truth that cannot be denied. I release this now to the law of divine spirit, universal law that always answers yes, that always works for our best and greatest good. As we realize this and know this is truth, I invite you all to join me in saying, and so it is. So we have a couple readings for you today. And as I was doing some reading and pondering, I got to thinking about how dangerous it could be sometimes just in our daily conversations that we have with friends, family, co-workers, colleagues. Things what I like to call water cooler talk, gossip, and how often we are conscious of how easy it is to slip out of consciousness. For instance, you may have been talking about things like, how about those gas prices? What are we going to do about Ukraine? What are we going to do about the Russians? What are we going to do about this? We can often fall into negativity, fear, anxiety. And got me, been reading this book, and it just jumped out at me, and I thought it was perfect for this time. It's by a guy named Eric Butterworth, Spiritual Economics. And Butterworth, as some of you may know, was a unity minister for over 50 years, full disclosure. But I wanted to take a moment to read this from this book because I thought it was very relevant. There was an article on the front page of the Wall Street Journal some years ago that said, quote, "Positive thinking is the way out of our economic malaise." It went on to decry the excessive pessimism that is now engulfing us. It quoted the president of a large corporation as urging business leaders to adopt a more positive attitude, to help dispel fears of impending economic doom, and to restore confidence in the American people. It is easy to let such advice go right over our heads, just agreeing. Quote, yes, that is something they should do. However, you are the leader of your business affairs, and as a student of truth, you should become leader in all conversational groupings. Thus, whenever the discussion turns to the high cost of things and the lagging business of your employer and the frightening cycles of inflation and recession, don't acquiesce in negative conclusions. Position yourself squarely on the side of the prosperity potential and, quote, let something good be said. People may be talking about supply-side economics. Perhaps what is needed is truth-side economics. Psalm 1, verses 1 through 3, has a great prosperity lesson for contemporary times. It says, blessed is the man who walks not in the counsel of the wicked, nor stands in the way of sinners, nor sits in the seat of scoffers. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and on his law he meditates day and night. He is like a tree planted by streams of water, that yields its fruit in its season, and its leaf does not wither. In all that he does, he prospers. The psalmist clearly states that if you refuse to agree with the gossip of negative people, quote, the counsel of the wicked, so to say, and keep yourself in tune with the divine law of prosperity, then you can be certain that substance will flow as easily to you as substance flows to the tree planted by the river of water. Thank you.
That's in perfect keeping with all of this. The tree planted by the river of water, the water that flows through all of us, the water as a symbol of the connection and unity of all things, of all living things anyway. I heard this song that I'm going to do right now first on an NPR broadcast a couple of decades ago when I first started playing in places like this. And it just struck me as something that should be played in places like this, so I've done it a few times. It's by a gal named Pat Humphreys. Not necessarily a New Thought person, but a folk singer. It's just lovely. It's called Swimming to the Other Side. We're all living neath the Great Big Dipper. We're all washed by the very same rain, swimming in the stream together, some in sorrow and some in pain. We're all leaping through the waves of fortune, cherishing the beings that we swim beside. Loving spirits will live forever. We're all swimming to the other side. When I'm alone and I'm searching, hungering for answers in my time, balanced at the brink of wisdom, but impatient to receive a sign, I ask of all who came before me, please band together and be my guides. Loving lessons that I will follow, we're all swimming to the other side. We're all living neath the Great Big Dipper. We're all washed by the very same rain, swimming in the stream together, some in sorrow and some in pain. We're all leaping through the waves of fortune, cherishing the beings we swim beside. Loving spirits will live forever. We're all swimming to the other side. On this journey through thoughts and feelings, binding intuition, head and heart, I'm gathering tools together and preparing to do my part. I move forward with my senses open and move inward where the Spirit abides. In humility I will listen. We're all swimming to the other side. We're all living neath the great Big Dipper. We're all washed by the very same rain, swimming in the stream together, some in power and some in pain. We're all leaping through the waves of fortune, cherishing the beings that we swim beside. Loving spirits will live forever. We're all swimming to the other side. When we get there, we'll discover all the gifts that we've been given to share have been with us since life's beginning, and we never noticed they were there. Sometimes we balance at the brink of wisdom, thinking that we need to hold on tight, but releasing in sweet surrender gets us swimming to the other side. We're all living neath the great Big Dipper. We're all washed by the very same rain. We are swimming in the stream together, some in power and some in pain. We are leaping through the waves of fortune, cherishing the beings that we swim beside, all engaged in one endeavor, one in spirit and one together, one in love and one forever. We're all swimming to the other side.
Knock, knock. Who's there? Who? Who let the dogs out? Who? What does a grape say when it gets stepped on? Nothing. It just lets out a little whine. What did the tree say to the moss? You're starting to grow on me. What's the opposite of irony? Wrinkly. What do you call a baseball player who chews sunflower seeds? The designated spitter. What do you call a potato wearing glasses? A spectator. Why did the person cross the road? Because they were hypnotized into thinking they were a chicken. What were the balloon's last words to his dad? Watch me, Pop. I've been reading a book about mazes. I just got lost in it. What do you call discounted sushi? A raw deal. Why did the chef chase the chickens away? There were too many chucks in the kitchen. What did the popcorn say to the baby corn? You've got your mother's eyes. All right. So I took being in the invisible very seriously today. Can someone make me visible with their manifestations? Yes, they can. Yay, good morning, everybody. Isn't this a crazy place where you start with, what church have you ever gone to or spiritual center where they start with a knock-knock joke? Right? You know you're in trouble if you got knock-knock jokes as a beginning. So do you want more? Okay, here we go. Good morning, congregation. Good morning. All of us at church were saddened to learn this week of the sudden loss of one of our most valued members, someone else. Someone's passing creates a vacancy that will be difficult to fill. Else has been with us for many years, and for every one of those years, someone did far more than a normal person's share of the work. Whenever there was a job to do, a class to teach, or a need to be met, one name was on everyone's list. Let someone else do it. Whatever leadership was mentioned, this wonderful person looked for inspiration as well as results. Someone else can take charge. It was common knowledge, that someone else was among the most liberal givers in our church. Whenever there was a financial need, everyone just assumed someone else would make up the difference. Someone else left a wonderful example to follow, a tremendous legacy and huge shoes to fill. Let us now remember our dearly departed someone else. That's a bad joke. So it was not written by me. And the idea of today's talk is a spoonful of humor is the medicine. And I'm going to be honest about it. I agree that a spoonful of medicine is really, a spoonful of humor is really good medicine because it releases our natural process is to be in joy. And right now, there's not a lot to be super enjoy about, right? I'll be honest, I fought this topic because I haven't been focused on humor. And then I asked Alexa, here's her I kept asking her for jokes. These are Alexa's jokes. But this one was, she says, what does she say? She says, I'm gonna sew my jokes to my sweaters. And you're supposed to say, why? Because my friends think I'm a nitwit. So that's about as hard as Alexa goes with her jokes. But the idea of this is, and some people are chuckling, right? This is weird, but I was reading in my material, like, can we chuckle a little, like, ha, 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 because not everything's funny, right? Like, ha, ha, ha. There's nothing funny when you watch the news right now. There's nothing, trust me on that, nothing funny. Ha, 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 ha. So the idea is, and part of the material will cover that, have you heard of laughter in yoga or yoga laughter? So this idea is that our body, and I was surprised to learn this, it doesn't know the difference between like the fake laughter that can end up turning real and the real laughter. Physiologically, it has the same effects that are positive for us. And so I think we should go through some of it, because to me, it would be easy for me to talk to you about physical exercise, because when I look at the material, I tell you all the time that even though we're spiritual beings, right? Does anybody do moderate or light exercise or heavy exercise? Yeah. And how do you feel after that? Amazing. What are the words you use after it? Energized. What else? Perky. Yeah. And it doesn't have to be intense. And I think that if we could take, like sometimes I'll tell people too, and they resist a lot. I'll say, get a tennis racket, get some tennis balls, and go to like a handball court and just yell at the top of your lungs, hitting the ball like, ah. And when I was playing more regularly sports, I would make a noise like, ah, hee, and people would make fun of me. I didn't care, because I was just purposefully and intentionally letting anything and everything that no longer serves me, that I'm not really aware of, I don't need to label it, I'm letting it out. I needed it to go. And so then when you're done, you feel pretty darn good. You feel like you could do just about anything. And several weeks ago when Sanja was speaking, I can't remember who she was quoting, but one of the things she said about having your day set is to get that 20, 25 minutes in of exercise. And some people will say in the morning. I say anytime, but if you're a morning person and you can start that day, your day that way, I'll be honest with you, you can do just about anything. You can handle just about anything that you didn't think you could handle if you practiced that idea of a fast walk or some moderate exercise, some light weightlifting, whatever works for you, and to get it out, because we're spiritual beings. We're bundles of energy that have to be expressed. So the idea, and you got the theme, right? A spoonful of humor is the medicine. So the summary of the topic is that if we can bring more humor and joy and lightness into our lives, that can facilitate us on a whole new level of healing, right? We can explore laughter, play, and fun in revealing this type of wholeness. And if you want to, if anybody has kids or kids of kids, right, in the family, try to be around the kids. They know how to play. right? They'll remind us what we used to know, that we were creative, we were artistic, we were full of joy and exploration. And those are the reminders that we want to get back to when we're trying to find humor. And also for me, when's the last time you really had a good belly laugh? Did you ever really has anybody had one lately? I mean, have you? Is it private, or can you tell us what happened? No. Who said that? Was it Richard? Okay, you don't have to tell us. In the mirror. Oh, you took a look. There you go. So we don't teach that here, but right, we're affirming positive, life-affirming, inspirational messages about it. Were you clothed or unclothed? Yeah, the other day Richard called me and he told me for his foundations class project, he's going to do interpretive dance. And that made me laugh. Oh, okay. That made me laugh on my side. But you know what? When you get an opportunity to, for me, I like a real laugh. Like I don't know that I could sit here and go, ha, 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 and ask everybody to go, and maybe we'll try it later today. We'll see how bad the talk goes. Well, like, ha, 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 ha. Oh, okay, go ahead. Because Holly, now I want to laugh more real, right? Because Holly laughed, and it made me want to laugh. And so it changes the energy in a space when we laugh. And it changes, more importantly, the energy in you. And so whatever despair you might be carrying, whatever hurt or harm that you may be carrying, you can use the idea of humor and laughter to kind of lighten your energy, and then maybe take another chance. Because believe me, all the things that we're carrying on to really tight, they're going to be there, even if you gave yourself this 20 minutes to pay attention, right? They'll be there on the 21st or 22nd or 26th minute when the talk is over. You could go back to that, because what I guess we're trying to say with the idea of humor being a spoonful of medicine is maybe it can remind us just how stuck we are on some of our old tapes, right? We're always talking to ourselves. We're always thinking. We are the thinker within our thoughts. And if we're spiraling or staying like this, or even going like this, which, we're putting a label on that it's not good, we're saying, like, look, only you can bring yourself up. And I would say, whenever there's children, laughter, a sense of play, let's find those things. It can be a TV show. There's still some pretty good TV shows on. Some of them were when I was even growing up. Like, we watch sometimes old I Dream of Genies, or old Bewitched, or old Gilligan's Island. What? I Love Lucy's still on, right? Like, you're just like, how does this humor still make you laugh? Like, the other day, something just made me laugh, and it was from TV, right? So find the books, find the comedians, find the things that bring you joy. But for me, I like to add the genuineness to it too. To me, there's nothing better than when you're just cracking up, and you just can keep cracking up. Like, just see how long you can take it, and then see how you feel after. Because physiologically, it's supposed to make you feel as good, right, as exercise. And some of the things that come out, and I'll find my notes to it. Some of this is from from the Mayo Clinic. Okay, there's no joke that it stimulates in your organs, your heart, your lungs, the muscles. It increases endorphins, right? We know about endorphins. That's the same thing that happens from exercise. They get released, and it's that natural painkiller or feel good. It soothes and stimulates circulation and aids in muscle relaxation. Both can help reduce physical symptoms of stress. And it's good for you long term as well, because negative thoughts can manifest, right, as chemical reactions and bring more stress, and we can decrease our immunity if we stay there. So positive thoughts can reversely increase, it's called neuropeds, that help fight stress and potentially more serious illnesses. And we don't want to have stress that could create illness in the body temple. It's like a natural painkiller. It can improve our mood, right? It can increase personal satisfaction. It can help you to cope with more difficult situations and help you connect more to other people. So we want to put humor into our life. We want to put it in our horizon. If it's comic strips, stupid Alexa jokes, funny movies, TV shows, magazines, videos, whatever it is. You can listen to a podcast, right? Go to a comedy club. So this idea about including laughter, I think it's really powerful. I think it's a powerful one because after a good laugh, to me, you can feel less tense, more relaxed, and there's a word that I love in here. It's called buoyant, right? We were meant to, right? You're meant to be free and flow in the energy of goodness. And so there's a little bit more research that I wanted to read and talk to you about. So it says that the idea of laughter is the best medicine has been around since at least the 1980s. There was a guy named Norman Cousins. Does anybody remember that person? That was suffering from illness that was not treatable and made the joyous discovery that 10 minutes of genuine belly laughter had an anesthetic effect that would give him at least 2 hours of pain-free sleep. So you can Google search Norman Cousins later if you want. So the idea is that we're bombarded with negative information, right, all the time. And so we've just come through, right, pretty much a lockdown, right, for two and a half years or maybe the third year where people aren't really still sure, can you be with other people? If so, how close to the people? And then everybody should make their own decisions for themselves, right, with how you want to be in that situation. You don't have to feel any pressure. So there's a lady named Jessica Breitenfeld, and she's from Berlin, Germany, and she's a therapist that works with laughter therapy. And she says, when you want to make people feel comfortable, help them laugh. And I love that. You have then created a safe environment where trust, connecting, and learning, can occur. Bless you. So humor and laughter can make both you, me, and the audience, it can make you feel better, right? Especially if it was really funny, which mine was not. So the Norman Cousins book was in 1979 in the United States called Anatomy of an Illness, as perceived by the patient. And so he was diagnosed with a debilitating autoimmune disease in the 60s, and it had no hope or cure. And in Review magazine, he started a self-prescribed vitamin regimen and humor process to reduce stress in his life. And so he would just put on TV shows. Like back then, it might have been the Marx Brothers or Three Stooges or who knows. So we're experiencing a time of great stress, right, in the world right now. You can call it a pandemic. You can call it war. You can call it inflation. You can call it whatever, right? So we have to be able to pull out from the spiritual toolbox that we always fill here every Sunday and every time we gather. Another tool is this idea of increasing your awareness and your balanced life to include some humor, right? Some laughter. So I didn't know this. Did you guys know this, that there's a word for the science of funny? It's called gelotology. It's the study of humor and laughter and its effects on the body. And there's a lady named Suzanne Steinbaum, who's a cardiologist and director of the Women's Heart Health Center at the Heart and Vascular Institute, Lenox Hill Hospital, New York. And she says it's important to never forget to laugh. Laughter improves immune function, lowers blood pressure, enhances mood, and decreases stress and depression. And so this is even more funny. The duration of the laugh is not as important as the reason behind it. The duration of your laugh is not as important as the reason behind it. And this is a preventative care specialist named Dr. Lee Burke. I included him in the talk because he's an associate professor at Loma Linda University School of Allied Health in California. And in 2019, in an interview, said that laughter has benefits similar to moderate physical exercise. Mirthful laughter, as opposed to nervous or embarrassed laughter, releases hormones associated with good stress. It's called eustress, E-U-S-T-R-E-S-S, and decreasing bad stress or distress, making you more sickness resistant. Well, who wouldn't want that? I would like to be more sickness resistant. Would you? So I am, let's say it as an affirmation, more resistant to any and all sickness. Right here, right now. Ha ha ha. Because I'm laughing. All right, here we go. He recommends treating laughter as a discipline. This is weird. Like physical exercise, and setting aside time to laugh for 30 minutes a day. 3 or 4 times a week. Dang. I don't think I've had that in such a long time. Has anybody? Wow. Preparing for this was tragedy, listening to all the Alexa jokes. I had to go through even more that I couldn't write down. So the idea is if why don't we try it? Like, why don't we try adding more laughter? 30 minutes, 3 to 4 times a week. You're going to have to watch some movies, comedy, read books, or have some funny friends, right? Happiness is the optimal immune system responsivity. Laugh as often and as much as you need to feel good. All right. Do we need any more? You guys got this. Let's see. Oh, here we go. I love this gelotology. I'm going to read this quote. This is from George Bonanno, a professor of clinical psychology at Columbia University in 2020, in a New York Times article. He says, humor keeps negative emotions in check and gives us a different perspective, which allows us then to see some of the bad things that happen to us as a challenge rather than a threat. And I love that, right? So that idea of you shifting your own energy creates a chance. It's like what's called a reset, right? We could then reset and then go back to whatever is engaging us in our life. So I think I might have gone through everything that I wanted to do in this. Does anybody want me to do more? Of course. Always. That's so sweet. Let's see. Let me just see. There's probably some good quotes. Let me add some good quotes. So this is from the book, The Philosophy of Emerson, on page 89. The laughter of a child is as important to the universe as the creation of a planet. I love that. You want me to do that again? Okay, take this in. The laughter of a child is as important to the universe as the creation of a planet. And that's Ernest Holmes in The Philosophy of Emerson. The book is The Philosophy of Emerson, page 89. So in a book from Holmes, The Ideas of Power, page 168, there's a laughter of God, let's laugh it. There's a song of the universe, let's sing it. There's a hymn of praise, let's praise it. There's a joy, a beauty, there's a deep abiding peace, let's experience it. So let's break that one down in a minute, we'll come back to it. Here's another one by Catherine Catherine Fenwick is her last name, and her second to last name is Ripperger, Ripperger. Your body cannot heal without play. Your mind cannot heal without laughter. Your soul cannot heal without joy. And so let's break that other one down in Ideas of Power as an affirmation. There's a laughter of God. Let's laugh it. There's a song of the universe.
There's a song of the universe.
Let's sing it. There's a hymn of praise.
There's a hymn of praise.
Let's praise it.
Let's praise it.
There's a joy.
There's a joy.
A beauty.
A beauty.
There's a deep, abiding peace.
Abiding peace.
Let's experience it.
Experience it.
And so it is.
And so it is.
All right. All right, wait. Yeah, well, let me do one more thing. So this is from the Glossary of the Science of Mind and Happiness. It says a state of well-being or enjoyment of good of any kind. And then when you go to heaven in the Glossary of the Science of Mind text, it says a state of happiness. All right, thank you all.
Nice. Brother Mark. Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
So Brother Ed is passing out some rhythm toys. I think rhythm is sort of a form of laughter as well. And because physical activity, right? Physical activity engaged with music. So this is called Spirit, is in this place. We come together as a family. We have come here as we are. We have come with arms wide open. We have gathered here in love. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Again, Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Raise the roof with shouts of praise, Spirit's in this place. We sing in celebration. We sing with words of prayer. We affirm all life as sacred. We declare the peace is here. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. One more time. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Raise the roof with shouts of praise, Spirit's in this place. Yeah, 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 yeah. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Raise the roof with shouts of praise, Spirit's in this place.
Okay, thank you, Al. Announcements. Let's see. Are you ready to help us on Sunday service? If so, please see me after service today and sign up as a volunteer. We need more or one or two people to help Holly with the food tables, both and provide snacks and clean up afterwards. Okay, the next mantra meditation with Flowing River is, drum roll please, set for Saturday, March 26th from 4 to 6 p.m. in our sanctuary. I'll welcome, tell a friend, invite a guest. A love offering is asked for but not required. And bring a blanket, a pillow, and something comfortable to sit on the floor and chant to healing bowls. And that was a great experience. If any of you have not experienced it yet, it's really interesting. It's really good. Very nice. Our Board of Trustees meets today from 12 noon to 2 p.m. You are all invited to join us for our first 20-minute of our visioning, facilitated by practitioner student Joe Nelson. And guest and members' comments are one of the first agenda items, and that's concerning Sanja Prince, who is candidating to become our minister. Special thanks for joining us live and in person this morning in our sanctuary, and we also appreciate all of you who are connected, Facebook, YouTube, and wherever else in the universe that you're at. You are magnificent and loved right here and right now, and all is good, and God is good, and have a wonderful weekend. So thank you.
All right.
And I want to make one other announcement for all of you. We have today, I just would like to recommend everybody, or recommend that we all give an applause to Brother Mark. He has now achieved practitioner emeritus status.
Nice.
So that's 20 years of service. So thank you.
I didn't even get a watch. I got nothing. I didn't get a pen. I didn't get a watch.
You got some love.
I got some love. Thank you for that. Well, you want to know, I will say that it's a miracle. And Zachariah, make your way up. So listen to this. It's a miracle because that was not in the written the written notes. It actually arrived like this. Let's see what they say. Congratulations on becoming Emeritus Practitioner with Center for Spiritual Living. We honor and celebrate all your years of service and wisdom. During the month of March, you'll receive via email your Emeritus card. Your certificates will be printed and sent out in April 2022. Most of the certificates will be sent directly to the senior minister at the centers. Please check in them with them if you have any questions in April about your certificate. Please let your senior minister know your happy news. Happy news. Happy news. But you want to know why it was a miracle? Because the last time that I got something from home office, and I never even tried to figure it out, they sent me a 5-year pin like a year ago. So that means somehow there was a miracle where they knew I really had this is my 22nd year or something like that. So thank you everybody for that. All right, so Zachariah is up here for a reason. We're in the 7th week of our beautiful foundations class. It's amazing class. This class is power. And so for those that have the material at home, you use the material. For those that can take it next time, if we offer it again, which we should do. But and some of our students are here. Wave if you're a student. Yay, see all the students. Zachariah pretty much blew me away. So I want him to read his, you have 1 or 2 of the spiritual mind treatments that you wrote?
I just brought one of them.
Okay, cool. Come on up.
Hello, everyone. I invite you all to close your eyes. I know that everything, every blade of grass, every person is made up of one power. That power is God, ultimate power, intelligence, creativity, and love, perfection. I am part of this power. The experience of being me, a part, is an illusion. I am a wave in the vast, perfect ocean that is God. I am a microcosm that is a smaller mirror image of the macrocosm, but I am one with both. If God is perfect and I am one with God, then I am perfect. My life is perfect. My life is prosperous, abundant, and for that I'm happy. If God is love, then I am love. My life is full of love. I give and receive money, gifts, and love freely, happily, and effortlessly. I am so grateful to be this perfect being, part of a perfect universe. I am grateful to be able to experience this abundance, prosperity, and love. I am blessed to be a part of this great buffet that is life and to feel the joy of sharing it. I know that this word is truth, that it goes into law, and law makes it so. As it is spoken, it already is so. The work of Spirit is perfect, and the universe always provides. And I invite everyone to say it with me, and so it is.
So it is. Oh my gosh, thank you. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a mic drop right there. Is that not a mic drop? Save that. Save that. And if you want to bring the other one sometime, do. Next week we might have another surprise student to share. Wink, wink out there. But please bring the other one too. And I would say to you, if you create these, this came through with no corrections, by the way. This is how it's done. And I mean, it's good enough for a book, in my opinion. I've never heard anything like that. And you had 2 of them. So in all the years that I've been around this, never once has anybody just completely blown it out of the water. That's like the first couple times writing them. So there's a master that's within you, that there's a master within you that's here now in our presence, for which we're so grateful. Whew. Now the ushers are coming forth. It's time for the offering. So I invite you to secure your tithes, your gifts, your offerings, and let's just bless them together. I'm going to say the line of the affirmation, and if you agree, just say it with me. From the love of pure spirit within me, I bless this gift. I send it forth to heal and bless and prosper. It is evidence of my faith and my belief. It does great work in the world, and it returns to me multiplied abundantly. And so it is. Here, thanks. Can you grab that envelope?
We're so blessed by this, as Zachariah said, by this buffet of life. I am so blessed, so blessed. I'm so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed, I am so blessed.
Love this song.
So grateful.
Let it in.
I am so blessed.
Feel it. Breathe it in.
I am so blessed.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed.
I'm so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. So grateful. I am so blessed. So grateful.
So for those who are watching remotely on Facebook Live, there's a Donate Now button. You can click on that, let us know who you are and from where you're watching. We also accept donations and tithes via Zelle, Venmo, PayPal, check, cash. So we want to bless this offering. Should we do that together? I bless these gifts and tithes received, knowing that they are sufficient for all of our needs to be met. For CSL Redlands is an idea in the mind of God, and therefore is perfectly maintained, sustained, sourced, and supplied, as am I. And so it is. Thank you, ushers, and stay for the closing treatment. And so let's just do this. Practitioner student, would you rise? And the students from the foundation class, if you're able to rise. Join me in this consciousness as we do our closing prayer treatment. And so we just take a moment as we surround the sanctuary. Holly, would you rise with us and just outstretch the hands? If you've taken foundations 4 times, you can rise as well. So we're going to anchor this consciousness that is always present, that was perfectly established by Zechariah. We know that there's only one power and one presence of good. It is here and now in this place, it's in this space, it's in me, it is in you. And let us all say together, right where I am, God is. Right where I am, the universe perfectly is. And so it's from this place of oneness and unity that I speak a word of blessing. For I know that, first of all, Spirit answers all the prayers that are on our hearts. And so just know that today when you walked in, Spirit has done its full sway in, through, and as your life to release any burdens, any anger, any fear, any struggle, any strife. And instead, let it flow in the energy of the humor and attempted humor and the laughter and the song. Let it be transformed, transfixed, transmuted, and made manifest now into something else, a different energy that now serves you for your highest and best good. If you're willing to receive that, just say with me, I am willing to be the vessel for the divine high God in my life now. I am ready to receive my highest and best good right here, right now. And so knowing this, anything, and I call it forth, anything that is heretofore blocked or hindered, deferred, denied, or delayed, this highest expression, it vanquishes, it's released to the nothingness from where it has come. It is never again to surface and reappear and instead be replaced with the truth that this power, this presence, the God is, the universe is, the Mother, Father is, she is, Gaia is, lifts right here and right now for every one of your needs to be met on time, every time, whether you're watching remotely or here with us here. If you could feel this power and energy, it's amazing. And now we send it forth and we take it through the rooftop of the center to see sunflowers in our mind's eye, which is the national flower of Ukraine. And in reading about this, it said the sunflower is able to change somehow naturally the radiation that was left from Chernobyl. And so let's see, for that is the miracle within nature, let's see the same miracle now in our mind's eye as we join together in heartfelt knowing that peace can prevail, that peace can be a weapon for good. And so let's see peace in our mind's eye now reaching all those where there's conflict, struggle, strife, all those who are fleeing. Let food supplies reach those who are in need. Let medicines reach those who are in need. Let the 400,000 people trapped in one city find their way to freedom. I think it's called Mariupol. See that now. See freedom paths. See people that have weapons changing their mind. Why not? We can do it. We can change our mind. See that in your mind's eye with me now. Let other choices be made that hurt no sentient being. Let those shelters that are taking displaced animals to safety continue to be supplied. Someone dropped off a baby goat to one, 9 days old. See the 300 orphaned children in just the last 2 weeks reach safety. Let's hermetically seal them in our mind's eye now. Just see them whole, complete, perfect, maintained, sustained, sourced. We practice this every single day, and we join with other CSL communities that meditate for peace twice daily. Once at 1 p.m. and once at 11:30 p.m. from CSL Geneva. I've been on that call every single day. And today, our board will be on that call, where the practitioners from the Ukraine are still on that call. And there's translator in Russian. It is the most moving thing you'll ever experience in your life. Hold peace as an idea in the mind of God. And this spirit can reach and transfix and transmute. It's the nature of spirit to do its work. See it have its full sway now. Let's breathe that in together and exhale out even more peace. And we breathe in even more peace. And we exhale it out even more peace. And if you want to each bring symbols of sunflowers, we can fill up our sanctuary next week with sunflowers. Knowing that we also do the work that's beyond symbolic. That's what we're trained and know to do. It's more than thoughts and prayers. It's active steps. Take active steps wherever we can. I'm encouraging everybody within the sound of my voice to also take active steps toward peace. Pause. Peace. Pause. Peace. Pause. See it. Feel it. Be it. Know it. Let's breathe it in. Let me breathe it out. Indeed, it is good, and so I speak my word to the law of life, knowing indeed it is already so. So with a grateful heart, I simply release this word, knowing everything is in order. Despite what we see in the human as chaos, there's spiritual order. I call it forth. And together we say, so it is, so it is. Rise up, we'll open the doors. Can we get the double doors open all the way?
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, you can sing along. I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Out in the streets, all out in the streets, I'm gonna let it shine. All out in the streets, I'm gonna let it shine. All out in the streets, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine. Ooh, whoa, let it shine.